Hi there. My name is Brittany Lord, and I'm the facilitator for the Remembering Our Babies therapy group. I hope this video finds you well today. For our videos, because the activities, the experiential activities that we do in these videos really can span seasons, span years, span months, and they're not really specific to any time of the year or month. However, there's a couple of times where we're going to do videos where it is applicable to the month. Tomorrow is May 1st, and May holds Mother's Day. Coming up on June, we're also going to notice that it's June, and June holds Father's Day. These are two holidays that are especially difficult for people who became part of a club that they had no knowledge of and did not want to become a part of. If you have struggled to get pregnant, if you have lost a child, this is a pain and a hurt that you had no clue about until you did. And coming up on Mother's Day is an especially hard time of the year for people who have struggled with this, whether you have children on this earth, children in heaven, or working through the hope of having a child. You have a difficult time in the month of May. So I wanted just to first and foremost normalize that if this has been something, if you struggle with infertility, if you've had child loss, this is going to be a difficult month, regardless of if you have a mom here or children here. Now, you may also have a challenging relationship with your mother. So Mother's Day holds a lot of different and widely varying feelings for each of us. You may feel happy that it's Mother's Day and thankful for the children that you have here, sad and longing for the children that may have left this earth, maybe even perhaps lots of other feelings around the relationship with your own mother. That can be complicated. Maybe she's not here anymore, or maybe you have a difficult relationship. So wherever this Mother's Day finds you, my message to you is, as a woman, and if you have hoped for a child, wanted a child, mentored another person, been a daughter, you are a mother. So I wanted to offer you my own Happy Mother's Day to you. You may not get told Happy Mother's Day this Mother's Day, but I can tell you, and you can work on telling yourself and encouraging yourself. And that's one thing that we're going to do today. So again, as I mentioned, each month we bring out a video. Usually it's not seasonal, but this month it is. And this is a part of this group's working towards helping those who are part of this club that they wanted nothing to do with, quite honestly. So here we are coming into, I think it's the second or third year, I believe, of this group, finding some new ways to come alongside people in our community and beyond, and helping them to learn new ways to cope with pain of having lost a child or having the hope of having a child and struggling through that. So the three ways that we've been doing that are through these videos every single month, bringing you new and experiential ways of helping cope and process with the emotional, cognitive, spiritual, physical, all the different effects of the grieving process, no matter what point on that process you are. Then we're also offering some included or free, but maybe included is the right word for that, counseling sessions, individual. I'm an LPC MHSP, which means I'm a counselor, licensed professional counselor here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Please message me in our Facebook page or on these videos and let us know how I can best help you and find out some good information about those individual counseling sessions. Also, it usually turns out to be the first weekend in November. Our group comes together and has one central fundraising, fun family event. This is an amazing event, great for everyone in the whole family. There's kids games and prizes, food trucks, raffles, a really wonderful, heartfelt, and loving candlelight ceremony, a walk. It's just really an amazing time to fellowship with one another, no matter if you've lost a child last week, last year, or 30 years ago. That is a place for you. Please allow us to come alongside you during that event. More information to come as it becomes available. As I mentioned before, these videos are meant to help come alongside you and just give you some ways to process and maybe cope with the effects of grief. These videos, however, are not meant to diagnose or treat or to help during mental health emergencies. If you're watching this video and you're having one of those times where it's a mental, physical, medical emergency, please stop the video and go to your nearest emergency medical facility or mental health facility. So as I mentioned before, this is May. It's Mother's Day. Many times mothers get cards. You may get different things for your mom or have done that in the past, or maybe your kiddos or your husband or your significant other are giving you cards or other gifts, but cards are pretty common. Walk into any Walgreens or CVS or Hallmark and you're going to see an extensive card section, especially for Mother's Day. And those are going to vary widely, those types of cards. Everything from huge cards with filled out lots of information with flowery words, or something just really simple. One thing that I would encourage you to do, and you're going to get to see my beautiful artwork, which is not really beautiful. If I can do these art projects when I introduce them to my clients, and anyone can, because I do not have an artistic bone in my body. But this is a way for you to speak some loving and affirming truths to you this Mother's Day. So whether someone's going to be getting you a card or not, you can make your own. So again, please don't laugh. I know it looks like a kindergartner. No offense to kindergartners. I'm sure that they can do better. Mine has a house and some pretty rolling green meadows. And if you'll notice, I have 4 flowers on there. One of them is a pink flower and the 3 are blue flowers. The reason I did that for this year, and it says Happy Mother's Day to me, is one, the pink flower represents me, my favorite color, and the 3 represent the blue. I have 2 sons that are teenagers now living on this earth, and I have 1 son in heaven. I've mentioned him before, and he definitely deserves a mention here today as we talk about Mother's Day. You know, it varies every single time someone asks me how many children I have, because sometimes I say 2, because I have 2 on this earth, and sometimes I say 3, 2 on this earth and 1 in heaven. You know, maybe sometimes I even say more than that because I had 2 miscarriages as well. So it depends upon what is best for you. And there's no right or wrong answer to that question. And it may change for you with every single person or just with the day of what you're comfortable sharing. So I just want to give you the freedom to make that choice for yourself when it comes time for you to say that. My 3rd child, Brock Dennison Lord, was born in 2013 and died of extensive heart defects at 23 days old. He would have been 12 this year, and I miss him every single day, but especially at Mother's Day when I think about my boys. So I put a picture of a house on there. My kids have heard me say this a dozen times. I love the times during the day when I'm in my home. My kids are in there, I hear them laughing or doing whatever that is that they're going to be doing. And I see the sun pouring in through the windows. This is a beautiful, beautiful picture of what I'd hoped and dreamed for. And on the inside, after I wrote on the outside, Happy Mother's Day to me, I gave myself a little affirmation this year. You know, I talk to my clients a lot about negative self-talk. And many times we talk to ourselves. I don't know if you do this, but I certainly do. And many of my clients do as well, in ways that we would never talk to another person. We cut ourselves down and berate ourselves for things that we would give other people a pass on, or we would help them to see the bright side of a situation, or help them to think, okay, you did that, maybe you can do better next time, but don't beat yourself up for it. I don't know about you all, but I beat myself up quite a bit. So with this card, I thought we would all maybe make ourselves our own affirmations. It's wonderful for other people to give us those affirmations, and we can hear that and that can go through our brain. But unless we truly believe that and can say that to ourselves and then believe that in our own selves, sometimes those are empty words. Not that we don't appreciate them, but they tend to stick when they come from our own brain. Now, this is not a pride thing. This is not saying, oh, I'm the best mom in the whole world. I'm such a wonderful person. Everyone look at me. That is not true. But as a Christian, I can recognize that what God says about me is true. And that's not the type of stuff that I say to myself. What he says about me and what I say to myself are two totally different things. So that's why I'm doing this year. I would encourage you to do the same. Drop us a line in the comments section and let us know what your affirmation is this year. Maybe you don't go to the trouble of making a card like me, but maybe you just give yourself some really positive affirmation to let you know, hey, I'm doing a good job. So I did mine in the third person. You can do it however that you want to. I said, Brittany, you have done a good job as a mom. You certainly haven't been perfect, but you've tried very hard. You've apologized when you messed up. You love your boys with all your heart, and you do your best to parent in their best interest. Please show yourself some grace this Mother's Day and recognize yourself as a good mom. We can say that. I can say that. I'm a good mom. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I can admit when I'm wrong, and I can model that for my children to recognize who I am as a person, and I can strive every day to do better. But I can recognize where I've done right. I hope these words find you well today, and I would encourage you to affirm yourself this Mother's Day, the mother that you are, with your children here on earth, the people you have mentored maybe, or come alongside of and encouraged, or maybe your children in heaven. Wherever they are, happy Mother's Day to you. Have a great day.